Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Switch. Point it right.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. He finds an opening past the 40, and he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Hey, alert 33. Back. Real.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6 as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready? Step ready? 42! Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl! Deuce, 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 deuce! Switch, switch! 8, 8! Watch the twitch! 8! 36! Again!
On first down, Newton. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
Bears, first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10.
Gun, gun, gun! SOS, SOS. 8! SOS, SOS, SOS. Check 4. 20. 6 guys.
To throw is Newton. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dante Fowler. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
20. 42's the mic. Check. Let's go one more. 42's the mic. 42's the mic. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
After the sack on first down, Newton, he's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Gun, gun, gun. You don't want none. Get it. Pick up the ball.
Newton now to throw. And able to find Dorsett. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton, and his throw is incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it's third down. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. From the gun, here's Newton. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
A 59-yard attempt.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Jones. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They'll try the right side with Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
King.
They go play action. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Mayfield down. And complete to Zach Ertz. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Now a first down carry by Jones. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Running right, Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
42. Oh, here we go. Great. 42, Mike 42. Here we go. Mike 42, Mike 42.
Now Newton on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch his 8. Mike 50. Mike 50.
Now Newton. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. No. Point it right, point it right, point it right. No.
Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
Yeah, baby.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
On first down, it's Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Regular. Hurry. Whip. Watch the whip. Rail.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. He had a little bit of a turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole, because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Here we go.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. This is caught, and all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. It's Coleman here. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and goal from the 1.
They can't hang with us. Express. Motion.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Tevin Coleman as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Touchdown, Chicago! Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. For the catch made by Johnson. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. It's a 37-yard line.
Check. Hey, Lloyd 33.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. Jones has it. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Don't be scared of it.
Now Mayfield steps away to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. A gain of 3, 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They will run again with Coleman. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Newton, escaping the pressure. And that's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it. Now
this throw caught left side. Called that a very strong gain of 24. They'll run on first down. Jones. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Check. Alert. Hurry. 55.
Mayfield on play action. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 5 yards to go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Watch the boot. Watch the ship. King. Watch the ship. Alert 3. He's coming. King. Pistol. Watch the edge.
Mayfield. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Andrew Sendejo. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
You got it.
Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
Mike 42. Check. Mike 42.
And they'll go jet sweep here with Dorsett. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
Newton. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A gain of 8 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 50, Newton. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On second down now, it's Coleman. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Mike's 4-2, Mike's 4-2. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. Great. Check 42 to Mike. Check 42.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. This is caught. Gronkowski. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Coleman now. And he lost the football. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Jones. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. from the shotgun. It's Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Again, it's Jones. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
X3, 218, chopper.
On first down, it's Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second and 5 now. Mayfield. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yes, several. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ronald Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will get him one closer. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
42's the mic. Hey, watch the screen.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Coleman. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. He finds Hopkins complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Check, 42's the mic. Check, 42's the mic. Here we go.
They'll run it with Coleman, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. This is Jones. An 8-yard gain, so that gets him halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more. One last shot from Mayfield here. And he connects with Ertz. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want